Hello everybody, this is part 3 of my series of hauls for this last 2 weeks. I don't know if you've seen the other two, they will be up hopefully before this one. So hopefully you've seen the other two before you see this one. Right, in this haul it's going to be Superdrug and Matalan. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of the word. Sorry, I've just got to have a drink. I'm so thirsty. Right, so Superdrug. I love Superdrug. Everyone knows I love Superdrug. We all love Superdrug. Who doesn't? Anyway, absolutely a big fan. Went in there the other day just to look round really, because our Superdrug, my nearest biggest Superdrug, has been all moved around, and they've got new makeup counters in there and stuff like that. But before I went there, I always wanted the MUA Heaven and Earth palette, and for some reason my Superdrug never ever had it in stock. It's quite popular, obviously, because it's a very neutrals palette. So this is the palette I'm talking about. I can get it open, which I can't. There you go. Which is that one. All the neutral colours in there: dark browns, rosy golds, light neutral skin colours. Most of them are shimmery. I don't think there's any matte ones in there, but they are absolutely gorgeous, all of them. I love the highlight colour, and I love some of the dark browns. Where's that one? So that's just a sample of 3 of the colours that are in there. I think before the Undress palette came out, the lovely Elaine 12 Jones is fanatical, or was fanatical, about this palette. I think she still is. I think she still uses it more than most of them, and I just always wanted it because I'm not really a neutral girl, but I've started to get into my neutral smoky eyes now, so I thought I'd get that for £4. Can't go wrong. And while I was there, I also picked up the Dusk Till Dawn palette, which really appealed to me. Absolutely gorgeous colours in here. It wasn't broken when I bought it, but when I got it home it got bashed, and that top one there, you see it, cracked. Hopefully it's going to be okay, but there's some silvers, gunmetals, purple, fleshy tones, brilliant highlighter. That one that actually broke is just the most gorgeous colour. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I picked that one up as well because that was £4. So they're just bargains. Actually, MUA palettes are just absolute bargains. I love them. Then they had a new counter in there. It's called, I think it's called Famous X. Yes, Famous X. And they've got a whole counter there. It's not really expensive. It's sort of like middle of the range for. It's not as inexpensive as MUA, but it's not as expensive as, say, Gosh or something like that. So it's sort of in between. The packaging is absolutely divine. I think that's what drew me to the counter in the first place, to be honest. The first thing I saw was their like gift palettes, which I haven't got any of yet, but I am going back to get some more because they're gorgeous, the eyeshadow palettes. So the packaging, you'll see in a minute why I absolutely think it's divine. This is the packaging on the face powder. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it says No Shine Face Powder, Famous X. You can't see it. Oh, there you go. No Shine, Famous X. But this leopard print is just gorgeous, and it's a nice sturdy box. This one is in Saturday Night. I don't know if you can see that. They're all pretty similar, to be honest, but they're just absolutely gorgeous face powders. They're very finely milled. So if you use like that, looks really pale, but it doesn't come out that pale. It's a really nice toned face powder without making it look cakey. It's very fine powder, and it's pressed, but it doesn't look cakey. You have to use a light hand, like a really big fluffy brush. I've found I used my really light small fluffy face powder brush, and it was too compact, and it did make it look cakey. But then I used my big, I think my fluffy brush that I've got, my big powder brush is like that wide, it's almost as wide as my face, and I use that, and it's fantastic. So that's that one in Saturday Night. There you go. And it comes with a nice big mirror. There's my camera. So I got that one. That was on special offer for £2.99. I don't think they're on special offer anymore, but they were for quite a while. This one is in Bop. What a stupid name. See, just opening that, it's gone, and that looks so similar to the other one. The camera's really washing out the colour here, but this is more of a sort of peachy toned face powder, which is absolutely gorgeous. It just sinks into the skin, you wouldn't even know it was there. Then I looked at the blushes, and the blushes are very similar to the packaging on the powder, but they're bright pink. Oh, look at that, metallic pink. Absolutely gorgeous. This was in Scarlet, and it's quite dark, but again, it's very, very finely milled powder that's been pressed, and you have to have a very, very light hand with it. This is how dark this one is. Let me just get some on my finger. It's like an orangey red. I don't know if you can see that. That's a tiny, let me just swatch that on the back of my hand. That's it before you sort of blended it out, but I mean, if you, oh, it really is dark. You really have to use, that's blended out, but you can still see it. So yeah, I'm trying to still get used to that at the moment, because I'm quite pale. I have to be really careful. So that one was in Scarlet, and this one is in Angelina, which I thought, they didn't have a tester of this one, and I thought this was going to be, because Angelina sounds very sort of like, you know, angelic and light, but no, that one's quite dark as well. More of a pinky tone. The other one was more coral. This is more of a pinky tone. Let me just sort of see if I can buff it out in my hand. There. The other one's here. You can't really see it. It's like washed out. But they are absolutely gorgeous. That was £2.99 as well. Then I looked at their BB creams, which says full cover BB cream. This comes in, I think, 4 shades. The first one is fair, then it's nude, then it's medium, and then it's tan or dark or something. They are quite light. I got 2. I got the nude and the fair. I don't know if it's a full coverage, to be honest. It's lovely coverage. It really is a good coverage, and it's not greasy, which I find is the worst thing about some BB creams. That's the colour of the fair. Let me just see if I can transfer it, and I'll put it on the back of this hand. It is a really good coverage, and it doesn't feel thick, but it goes on really smooth, and it's just a really nice BB cream. That also was on special offer for £2.99, so I've got 2 of those. I will do a full review of the BB creams of these and get back to you on that to see what it's like. So that's that. Then I saw their mascaras, and they've got some gorgeous mascaras. And this one, I don't know why, but when I looked at it, it just reminded me of a Benefit one. You'll probably know which one I'm talking about when you see it. There you go. I don't know why. I think it's is it the Fat Girl Lash or something like that? Fat Lash? I don't know. And this one is called I'm Your Curl, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Flirtatious lashes. And it is really nice. It's very, very nice. The wand is nice and spiky. It is a bristle brush rather than a rubber brush, which I like. It doesn't come out, it's very bendy as well, so you see that's very bendy. It's not a very wet mascara, which I also like. Some of them are really wet mascaras and they take ages to dry, and you're there forever fanning your eyes like, oh, dry. This one is in Ultra Black. You won't be able to see that, but yeah, so that's I'm Your Curl, and I think that was £2.99 as well, or £3.99 that one could have been on special offer. And then I've been after a flesh toned eyeliner. Now I have got one, and I can't remember where I got it from. Barry M, I think. But this is their Define the Line Famous X pencil, and I don't know if you can see this, but that's the normal end of it, and then look. This is what shows you what colour it is, and it is a flesh toned pencil, and it's just absolutely gorgeous, to be honest. Let me just, you might not be able to see it. Yeah, you can actually see it in there, just that middle line. I think it's just there. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It's very creamy. It's not scratchy. Absolutely lovely. just in case in my old haul I was talking about a Rimmel lipstick, I've just seen it on here. The Kate matte ones. This was the one I was talking about. It's 101. It doesn't give you a thing, but it's just the most gorgeous matte pink. Anyway, so that's that. Get out of the way because I wasn't totally throwing myself off the subject here. Right, the last place I went to was Matalan the other day to get my daughter a, what do you call it, Halloween costume. And I was in Matalan and I went up to the counter and I happened to spot some makeup, which I was most impressed with. It's only with the Christmas special offer presents and stuff like that. But this was the first one I saw, this little eyeshadow palette. It's a gorgeous colour, it's in pink, just says eyeshadow palette. Contains 12 eyeshadows and a double-ended foam applicator, which I don't use. And that was £4. So I looked at that and it's gorgeous. Look at the colours in there. Reminds me very much actually of like the Naked palette and the Naked 2 palette put together. You've got like the Naked palette colours, some very similar in there, and you go across to the cool tones, which is the Naked 2 palette. They're very, very pigmented, they're very nice, they're very creamy, and I got that was £4, and when I spotted that one, I picked that one up, then I spotted this one, and I know I'm going to be able to get it and hold it in the screen. Oh yes I can, there you go. There you go. I do believe there is 144 colours in there. Now I have tested most of these colours on my arm, and most of them, I will say, are pretty good. Pretty pigmented. Some of them not so, but then, you know, this palette, this 144 palette was £10, so you can't really go wrong, can you? I will probably use this more, there you go, I will probably use this more for, say, doing makeup and stuff on my kids. Some of the colours that I tested, let's have a look, just for instance. There's a fleshy toned one up here, which is quite good. And then a bit further down there's another fleshy one. Yeah, quite good. Then you've got all naturals. You've got all the light naturals down here. Then you've got all the sort of yellows and oranges down here. Then you've got all the light greens and limes down there. And you've got like all the different colour blues you can think of there. Darker greens going to sort of taupey browns. Then you've got lighter blues, lilacs going into deep purples and dark blues. Let's go over a bit. Then you've got all the magenta colours down here. Then more pinky sort of toned colours. Let's swap sides. Then you've got, where are we? Oh, here. You've got sort of brown neutral colours down here, darker neutral colours there, cooler tone neutral colours there, and then like greys, gunmetals, silvers all down there. And they are absolutely gorgeous. There's some really pretty colours in here that I absolutely love. I love that magenta colour. I think it's beautiful. I love that green aqua colour. And I also, oh, there's a orangey brick red down here, which is that one. And there's an actual red eyeshadow in here as well. Let me just get one more. Say that neutral goldy colour there. So yeah, there you go. That's the colours. Those are just 4 of the colours that I picked out, and they are gorgeous. So I just had to show you that, guys, because that is just a bargain. If anyone's got a Matalan near them, go and get this palette. For £10, these shadows are going to last you a lifetime. They really are. And even if you didn't use them for like everyday makeup, if you've got kids, you can do their makeup with this, or they can play with it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Those are my bargains. These two, definitely. My two absolute bargains, and my favourite buys of the 2 weeks that I've been shopping. These are definitely my 2 favourite ones. Right, so I'm going to end it there, and I will hopefully see you with, if anyone wants to see a tutorial on this eye, by the way, that I used with the Claire Accessories palette, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and work that out for you. And anything you want to see again, or in more detail, or you want me to do a review. Hello everybody, this is part 3